from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Diablos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there. He's got his first down.
Well, we love to say get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Gonzalez's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Haskins. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Diablos.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And a Mexico.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And touchdown! Philip Lindsay, 39 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This throw is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Deep ball, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 65 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Buccaneers 3.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And look at this. Big game. It's going to be away.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. third down. Here's Haskins. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
An 8-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Going to set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Good one, able to haul it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Mexico City, first down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, Mexico
So
City.
the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Philip Lindsey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Diablos 21. Buccaneers.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But
when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Haskins. Buying time to his left. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
40-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
49-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
All right, work with me, partner. This is the classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Sean Bunting.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Another run by Lindsey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Haskins. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Buccaneers.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because you know something about being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the shotgun again to Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
Here's the 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Troy Apke. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And this This will be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Mexico City.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Buccaneers.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, 36 yards. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
41. Buccaneers 10.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their
the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. That's caught by Hollister. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 20.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That gain on third down, good for 28. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Haskins back to the air. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today. Give them 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
1st down, Diablos.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Howard. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Seven consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the 1st down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it. Another example of players in tough spots
getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Diablos 48, Buccaneers 17.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's